When did you flip the script at work? My supervisor Kevin had this power trip where he'd dump his weekend shifts on me, then waltz in Monday morning acting like I'd been sitting around doing nothing. For 6 months, I'd been essentially running his entire department while he took credit for everything. This had been building for months. Kevin would volunteer our department for impossible deadlines, then delegate everything to me while he played golf with clients. When things went well, he'd brief management on his success. When things went sideways, suddenly it was my fault. Last Friday, I'm finally heading home after a brutal week when my phone buzzes at 11:47 p.m. Kevin, of course. Emergency at warehouse, major shipment crisis. Need you there 6 a.m. sharp tomorrow. This could make or break the Henderson account. Don't mess this up. Saturday morning, I dragged myself to the warehouse at 5:45 a.m. A shipping container arrived damaged. Half our inventory for Henderson Industries scattered across the loading dock. Water damage, broken pallets, product everywhere. I spend the next 14 hours sorting through the chaos, cataloging damaged goods, coordinating with suppliers for emergency replacements, managing increasingly frantic calls from Henderson's procurement team who needed everything by Monday. My phone keeps buzzing with texts from Kevin. Status update? How much longer? Can you handle the Henderson call? I don't have all the details. Meanwhile, his Instagram stories show him at Topgolf with his buddies, beer in hand, completely oblivious to the crisis he dumped on me. By 9 p.m., I've salvaged the account. Emergency overnight shipments arranged, damaged inventory documented. Henderson satisfied with our response time. I'm exhausted, but we saved a $200,000 contract. Monday morning, Kevin strolls in at 10:15 a.m. looking refreshed, coffee in hand. Our regional manager Dave is waiting in the conference room for our weekly operations update. So I heard there was significant drama with the Henderson shipment this weekend? Dave starts. Kevin straightens his tie, switching into performance mode. Yeah, it was pretty intense. Major logistics nightmare, but I jumped right in to handle it personally. I'm sitting 3 feet away, watching this unfold in real time. The container arrived completely destroyed, Kevin continues confidently. Product scattered everywhere. Client breathing down our necks. Had to coordinate emergency replacements, manage the whole crisis response. Dave nods, scribbling notes. Sounds like you really stepped up under pressure. That's what leadership means, Kevin says. Sometimes you have to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty. The team struggled with the complexity, but I guided them through it. Henderson was initially furious, Kevin adds, but my quick thinking and direct communication saved the relationship. They actually complimented our crisis management. Dave looks impressed. Excellent work, Kevin. This is exactly the kind of leadership initiative we need. That's when I decided I'd heard enough. Kevin, I said calmly, pulling out my phone. Should I show Dave our text conversation from Saturday? His confident expression flickered. You know, the 47 messages where you kept asking me for status updates because you had no idea what was actually happening? I started scrolling. Here's a good one. Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Kevin, what's the current status? Me, still sorting damaged inventory. Kevin, how much longer will this take? Dave's eyebrows raised. Oh, here's my favorite. I continued. Saturday, 8:15 p.m. Kevin, can you handle the Henderson call tomorrow? I don't really know the technical details. Kevin's face turned red. That's taken completely out of context. Is it though? I kept scrolling. Because there's also the GPS timestamp showing you were at Topgolf during the entire crisis you claim to have personally managed. I turned my phone toward Dave, showing Kevin's Instagram story from Saturday. Him laughing with friends on the driving range while I was knee-deep in damaged inventory. Dave looked from the phone to Kevin, then back to me. So you handled this entire weekend crisis alone? 14 hours, start to finish. While Kevin was strategically managing from the golf course, the conference room fell silent. Dave closed his notepad and stood up. Kevin, I need to see you in my office, immediately. As they walked out, Kevin shot me a death glare. I just smiled and started organizing my actual work. 25 minutes later, Dave returned alone. Congratulations on your promotion, he said simply. Kevin won't be needing his office anymore. Turns out, Kevin had been systematically taking credit for his entire team's work for over a year. My text receipts were the final evidence Dave needed.